There we go. Okay, it's going. So welcome everyone. Thank you for coming out. This is our first informal performance. So I wanted to have something smaller that's more just family oriented and something that we can do more regularly so that the students have more opportunity to perform. And because the biggest way to get used to performing and to start to like performing is just to do it a lot. I find it to be most people, not everyone, most people get nervous, but it's just so fun. It turns into a real way for all of us to express ourselves musically. So thank you all for coming. It's going to be informal. The only thing I'm asking is to please not, cell phones off. I'm doing a recording right here in the front, and I'll get this recording out to all of you guys. And so I'll just be calling the students up, and at the end we'll also have some of the teachers performing as well. So that'll be a neat treat. Without further ado, I will call the first performer. Who's our first one? I chose Sebastian to be the first performer.
My name is Sebastian, and I will be playing two pieces by Mozart, 'Twas Thrilled by Jason Sifford, and Linus and Lucy by Vince Giraldi.
shepherd.
My name is Shepherd. I'll be performing Bach's famous Prelude in C major.
Next performer is Susan.
I'm Susan, and I'll be playing A New Day by Sept.
Yes. And Micah? Micah is not here. Okay. All right. Joanne?
Hi, my name is Joanne, and I will be playing for Elise by Beethoven.
All right, our next, okay, so that is all of our students, and now we'll have a few of our teachers play. So our first teacher playing for you all will be Miss Natalya.
I will play Study Opus 299, number 3 by Cherny.
My name is Harry, and I'll be performing a Chopin waltz in F minor.
the least popular person play at the end so they could get in a new crowd. I'm Randolph from California. Most of you know this. Most of you probably don't know that I've been doing an insane commute. So as my activities are increasing around here at the Academy and other places in town, I'm sort of temporarily until the end of the year looking for a place, like just like a room or a trailer. If you know anybody amongst your acquaintances who might have that spare room or the trailer or whatever it is where I could be for a while until I get my bearings and settle in better. So memory issues. I'm going to play two compositions, and the first is supposed to have a poetic intro. And while this lady, excuse me, I forgot your name. Joanne, yes, while you were playing for Elise, I realized that I had forgotten the poem. And I have a cheat sheet in the car, but I don't feel like running over there again. So, should you, I'll try my best, right? It's not going to be totally accurate. Should you have the good experience or the ill experience of finding yourself in the unknown, there you might encounter a frog playing the piano and singing the song. This is coded language, right? How the gentle wind beckons through the leaves and the colors fall, dancing in a swirl of golden memories, the loveliest lives of all.
We maybe have one more.
Okay. Associations. It simply is a scherzo that I wrote myself.
incredible.
Yeah.
We got Randolph composed, but I had never heard. Thank you for gracing us with that. That was really amazing. And our real last performer. I'm forgetting my piece. I'm forgetting everything. So Miss Gabriella is going to play our last piece for us.
Good evening. My name is Gabriella, and I am one of the instructors here, and I'm so elated and grateful and excited to be a part of the Luton Piano Academy as an instructor. I really am. I think this is such a great event that has been put on and continuing in a tradition of piano performance, if you will, in classical and otherwise. So anyway, without further ado, unfortunately none of my students were able to make it today. One I was hoping would come but didn't show up. So the rest of them were all out of town or have other engagements. And so I will be playing in this stead, I suppose. I will play two pieces, I won't take long. One will be on the Chardash, written by Monty, which is kind of in the classical realm. And the other one will be Veracruz, written by Milton Nascimento and Mario Borges, which is a Brazilian, very famous Brazilian tune. Okay, so let's see what I can do. Oh, it's so low. Okay. Okay, so. love this piece. It's just, I don't know, it's taking a grip on me, and I can't help myself. I play it from time to time. Okay, so now, actually, you know what? I will not play the Brazilian tune. I would rather play a jazz tune. It's actually kind of considered a jazz standard called Tenderly. And just slow things down for the end. So, all right.
And thank you everyone for coming. I really enjoyed this myself. I feel like I've been working all month, all week, all day. And then suddenly, I was not ready for this, but it was a very wonderful, it feels like, to me, like I got to sit down and enjoy some very beautiful music.
Yes.
Thank you all. And so the recital is finished, and you guys are welcome to stay. Miss Joanne and Miss Susan helped make some wonderful refreshments for us, so feel free to enjoy. If you need to cut out early, that's fine also. There's some of you I haven't met. I hope I get to meet all of you tonight, and thank you all for coming once again.